Before the Echo is brought to you by X's Outdoor Gear, ASIO Gear, and Stealth Outdoors. Hey everybody. I had extra hour in the middle of my day here, and I don't know, last week or so I did one of these middle of the day lives, and a lot of people liked them, so I thought, oh, it'd be a good time to do another one. This could be an hour long, could be 10 minutes long, depends on if Hayes stays asleep. He's asleep right now. Before we start, if you guys get on during the middle of the day here, leave me a question. I'll answer about anything today. I don't have much to talk about on this live, but wanted to bounce some ideas or goals off you guys that are listening, and got to get everybody else thinking about this time of year, what our goals are, what my goals are, maybe some of the things that maybe you don't think about this time of year. A lot of people right now, deer season's kind of over for everybody, and we get into the mindset of forget about deer hunting, and which is good. Sometimes you got to settle down. I'm going to drag this screen over here so I'm not looking up the whole time. But for me, this year, one thing that I want to get better at is, I don't know if you guys are like this, but I have several regular SD card cameras out, and I do a horrible job of organizing those regular SD card pictures. Maybe you guys can leave in the comments, like, what's your guys' method of organizing pictures? Something I got to do way better job at. I could have so much intel here that I don't utilize because I just get sidetracked, and I end up leaving an SD card lay around, and then they never get to it, and it's such a waste of my resources that I have put out. So that's one goal this winter, is to organize all my pictures that I had on throughout deer season. And I don't utilize cell cameras very well, so I don't really do good with real-time data. Most of the time I have cameras that are soakers, and that's how I like to use cameras, is soaking them and getting stuff organized, so I know what's going on certain times of year in certain spots. Hey guys, there's people on now. Chase M, Dan's on. Moose Junction Hunter, what's up? Daniel Flowers is on too. So that's one of my big goals this off season, is to get organized with freaking trail camera pictures, because it's a disaster right now. Like, I have no system. I need to get someone on that's maybe good about that kind of thing, like someone that's more organized than me. And I think that'd be a really good episode, is actually like how to utilize trail cameras and organize the data you're getting from them. I know there's like apps and stuff now you can use that helps you with that, but I don't know of any of them. What else do I need to do this off season? So we right now, I know a lot of you guys got like feet of snow on the ground. I know, like, you live in upstate New York, they got a bunch of snow. Northern Indiana, so northern Illinois, southern Wisconsin, I know it's piled up in there. I would love to get out this year if we get some snow and do some scouting in the snow. It's something I'd never do, mostly because we never get snow. But I'd like to do a little bit of that. Dylan, sorry, not Daniel. Exta should do a podcast. Yeah, Jake's coming on sometime in the near future. Jake has a podcast called the Land Podcast. He's going to come on and help maybe answer some of those questions that I've had. I don't know how. I've never talked to Jake about like trail cam organization, but I can definitely bump that off him. Something else is, I want to get into some new areas this year. Seems like I never have enough time, and I end up not getting to some of the spots I want to get to. I think I'm going to prioritize some new areas this year, instead of rescouting places that I've already been to. There's probably half dozen spots that I have mapped out right now. Another goal of mine this coming winter is I want to get out to Ohio and get that scouted out a little better. Ohio, obviously I killed a buck there 2 years ago, but this year I felt lost over there a little bit. I need to find more spots in Ohio that I'm confident in, and kind of feel like I hate when you go out of state and you know you feel lost the whole time, especially in Ohio. I don't have a lot of times I go over there for a weekend or something, so you don't have like a lot of extra time. So I really need to just like pound a bunch of ground there and get get familiarized with some of those areas over there a little bit better. And it's only 3 hours from my house, and I actually have public that's closer than that. That I could get to a little faster. Leave in the comments too. What are your guys' goals this winter for scouting? It seems like this year too. Holy cow! Like I have my schedules is horrible this year. I got so much going on this winter. I'm going to help Rendell at ASIO with some shows. We got like family stuff going on, and it's going to be this turkey season going to be here before you know it. Yeah, I know. I got a Wisconsin tag. Dan says I have a Wisconsin tag still. Yeah, I just don't think I can get up there. I don't know. I don't know when I would get up there this weekend. This weekend I got Dave coming down to hunt coyotes, and then, well, that's it, right? Doesn't it go out the end of the month? I guess you got 2 weekends before you're done done hunting all the way. Then I also want to get my longbow tuned up. I want to use it next year a lot more. So that's something else I got to start working on now, because that's a whole year thing, getting sufficient with it to deer hunt. So those are kind of my goals this winter. Something else that I need help with you guys is like, it's hard to make content right now. Like it's this off season stuff it's pretty rough with coming up with ideas to keep pumping out content for you guys. So if there's like stuff you want to see, whether it be gear stuff or podcast ideas, I got quite a few guests lined up. But it seems like right now is kind of a hard time to make content. And obviously when I go scouting and whatnot, that's always good content. People love kind of a vlog scout come along with scouting. But I can't really scout a whole lot because I got little ones all the time. Whenever I'm at home here, just sitting in my office. So if there's any like topics you want to talk about, or, things you want to see, or how I do certain things, I'd be more than happy to make videos about that. What else? Let's see if there's any questions. Dan, I saw a guy posted the other day. Someone shot a buck, and it was Jonathan Moreland. I don't know if you know who that is, but he shot a buck, and both the antlers fell off of it. Daniel, I will be at Pencil with ASIO. I'm gotta be in their booth with in the Pennsylvania show, the big one that's out there. I'm gonna get these names wrong, but you guys will probably know what I'm talking about if they're in your area. It's that big 9-day one. I'm gonna be there for a few days. Like I'm gonna be there like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then I got to come home because I got something going on that weekend. And then I'm going to go up to, there's one in Indianapolis that I'm going to go help them with. And then Wisconsin, there's one up in Wisconsin I want to help them with, and then Minnesota. And then that's it. And I may go to like a mobile hunter expo, just go and hang out somewhere, not necessarily work it though. But Joe and those guys are just going to fly me to help with the booth for a few days and then fly me back home, which is nice. Sorry, Rosie's on one right now. She gets her nap in, then she goes crazy for a while. So those are the ones I'm going to be at, and they'll be firmed up. Rendell's actually working on it today to kind of get dates firmed up. Let's see here. Yeah. Uh, let's see here. Sorry, I scrolled to the bottom on accident. Someone mentioned that the dang weather's too cold. Yeah, it's freaking really cold. It's like today the high is 10 and feels way colder than that. The wind's blowing and everything. I hate it. I'm ready for spring. I'm over the cold weather. You guys, Chase, you're the one that asked that. Those guys up in Wisconsin, though, some of my buddies, they're still out there pulling cameras and everything else in all the cold weather. So you have to bundle up and get after it. Let's see here. Dan D. Wilson. Sorry, I called you Dan Wilson because I know a Dan Wilson. You had a question about ground blinds. What do you know if you guys have ever used them, and what's your opinion on see-through ones? I haven't really killed many deer out of ground blinds, but I think it's like anything else. I think if you put them out and kind of, you know, camouflage them in, and the deer can get used to them, I think it's okay to use them. I don't think you can just pop a blind up in the middle of the woods though, and expect a mature deer to walk by it. So that's the only thing I would be cautious about with ground blinds. And like I'm telling you this from no experience at all. Like I've never really killed a deer out of ground blind. Haven't used them very much. I think the I think the see-through ones, mm, I think they work okay. I know me and Dan talked about this because Tide Wee has this see-through one, and he kind of mentioned that he thinks some hens and stuff saw him through his uh, last turkey season whenever he was using them. So maybe if you have a see-through one, get you some back cover or something to where it breaks you up a little bit still. And maybe it just depends on like the sun's location and how it's shining on that fabric. But just be cautious with it. Maybe get out. Maybe if you can like somehow, get outside the blind and see if you can see inside of it. That'd probably be what I would do. Make sure something weird's not happening with the fabric where you have it at. But I'd get them out early and let the deer get used to them. It's no different than a box blind or something, right? Like people kill deer out of box blinds all the time, so they definitely get used to them. But it's like everything else. I think if you put them in a manner where they're going to be staring at it, or they're going to be looking right through that window while they're walking down a trail or while they're feeding or whatever, however you got it set up, that's not a good thing, right? You want to place it in a manner where the deer aren't going to like visibly be looking into the blind the whole time. It's kind of like the same concept when you hang your trail cameras to where deer can't see them. If you hang a trail camera right in their face, down low, looking down a trail, and they're going to notice it. Whereas if you can move those blinds to an area that are not as in the deer's face, I think that's a good thing too. Skinny Pine Hunting Company, he has some good points on the um, trail cameras. Yeah, I always number mine too, man. My biggest thing is just pictures, and man, it'd be nice if there were, and I know it's out here, but like some kind of AI app that would go through and pick all the buck pictures out for you. You could just like upload an SD card and it grabs all the buck pictures. Um, let's see here. The Skinny Pine Hunting Company, Seth, I think is his name. He said, at this point in your hunting, do you prioritize hunting areas you have historical information, or more so new areas? Do you feel you are better at one or the other? Pretty good at um, I'm pretty good at finding new areas and hunting and kind of picking them apart. And that's what I'm going to focus on this winter, is going to new areas. Um, I feel like some of the areas that I have now, that are on public land around here. I know them pretty well, so I don't have to go in and check them every time. Maybe I'll just throw a camera in them and see what's in that area. But I'm going to be focusing on new areas this year. Let's see here, more questions. Moose Junction Hunter, he says he's heading to the hunting land to work on improvements. Yeah, that's something else that people is fun to do right now. Is start to, if you got any private land, start messing with it, getting it fine tuned. Me and Dad got a bunch of places we want to put stands and fix up stands and all that. Just don't want to do it while it's -10 out right now. Yep, I'll do a bow build video as soon as I'm gonna get a if I get a new bow this year, I'll definitely do that. Dan, I need to get a cameraman. Is what I need. It sucks filming yourself doing that kind of stuff because you got to stop and then move the camera and then turn it on and then do the little minute thing you're gonna change and then go turn the camera off. And it'd be nice just to have like a buddy film it for you. Yeah, maybe I'll do more of these during the middle of the day. Lost in the woods. I know a lot of people can't watch them at night because of family or whatever your case may be. In the middle of the day, people can watch them, or maybe you're sleeping at that time of night too. Ooh, here's a good one. At this point, do you have any plans for gear changes you will apply for next year? Weapons, gadgets, tools, etc. Yeah. So I got a new longbow the other day. Not new, it's a used one. I traded a guy something for it. So gonna mess with that. It's a bow I always kind of wanted, and I finally found one in my weight that I wanted. So there's that. Um, no big changes, like nothing real drastic, um, other than the bow, which is a pretty drastic change. But I'm also going to get me I got a new turkey gun coming, so that'll be something I'll be tinkering with. I got a turkey gun. I'm going to try to put a red dot on it and just see how it works and patterning it, and I'll probably um, film all that stuff because that's something that's unique. Is like I've never really made a turkey gun. I've always just had one shotgun that's like a do all thing. So I got that coming up. Uh, doesn't seem like people are that interested in turkey hunting though usually. And pine hunting company, Skinny Pine Hunting Company. I know you told me your name just a minute ago, but I can't remember it. Yeah, I don't know, man. The gear stuff, I haven't really thought about it too much, to be honest with you. I'm sure there'll be other things that I tweak or change. I'll just have to keep you updated on that. Seth, you want two more deer in the freezer? 2 weeks left, dude. I kind of do too. I want to go. I need to go over to our um reduction zone and do some more gun hunting because all of our other, everything else is closed now here in Indiana. Do I know anybody that went to ATA? Yeah, I know some people that went. Um, let's see, but I don't know. It didn't seem like there was much anything real innovating that came out at least at ATA this year. Brett, I would agree with you here. I'm assuming you're referring to the question about um, a ground blind is, and I if I was a deer hunter, I'd probably utilize a ghillie suit more than a ground blind. I've killed a bunch of deer in a ghillie suit um, outside of um, outside of a ground blind, obviously. So that's what I would do. Tim says, "Stay out of his spots in Indiana." Noted, Tim. Noted. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm looking forward, Steve. I'm looking forward to spring gobbler season. Uh, I don't know what I'm going to do this year though. Like from how much out of state hunt, I got a Tennessee tag. So in Tennessee, if you buy your hunting license there in August when I went down there and hunted, you got them until the next August, and that includes turkey hunting. So I'll have a Tennessee tag. So I'm definitely going to go down there and hunt with Patrick. And obviously we'll have an Indiana tag. Um, it's not a bad thing, but in Indiana we only get one bird, right? So like my turkey hunting content could be very limited in Indiana just because if I kill a bird, it's over. Um, and I'm not obviously picky. at all with turkeys, so it's not like I'm going to be passing turkeys. But it's all, I don't know. I thought about going over to Ohio too, because I'll have a I'll have to buy that license anyway for next year. So that'll be coming. I thought about hunting with a bow too, just to prolong some of that amount of content. But I don't know. I don't always care to bow hunt turkeys. I've never killed one with a compound. I've killed a couple with a longbow, but never one with a compound bow. I guess I could try to shoot one with a longbow outside of a ground blind. I've never killed a turkey with a bow outside of a ground blind. What else we have here? Chase him outdoors. Still trying to get his first turkey. Man, I get it. I'm not very good turkey hunter. I was going to go this fall a little bit after I filled my deer tag, but I went once, I guess, but I never got anything with my bow. You got a bow hunt in the fall here. For the most part, they got a shotgun season, but it's pretty short. Zachary, nice dude. You probably won't see me ice fishing. That's not something I'm not really into. I've been a couple times, and I can't say I enjoyed it a whole lot. It was I probably just didn't do it right. But me and buddies used to go in high school, and it was always a struggle, and we probably just didn't have the right equipment and probably didn't wear enough clothes and whatnot. But Joel, man, thanks for joining the membership. Welcome, man. We'll do these on the members live, and I think you'll enjoy it over there. Let's see here. The puppy content. Yeah, I'll do more stuff with Rosie once shed season comes around. We're doing some stuff with her right now, training her up on how to get going on sheds. But we're just right now, it's pretty boring. It's typical puppy training right now, trying to get her to quit being in the house and that kind of thing, you know. Yeah, shed season's right around the corner too. Joel, Kalamazoo. I'm not like scheduled to be up there for any reason, but I'll probably come up there and hang out, look around. I like that. That show was pretty fun last year. I like those are that type of stuff that if you guys don't go to if you guys want to go to a show, I would recommend that Mobile Hunters Expo. For the type of people that listen to this show, those sometimes some of the bigger shows, they're kind of some of the stuff they have there is not real relevant to what we do. A lot of there'll be a lot of outfitters there, a lot of just weird stuff. Dan kind of knows what I'm talking about, but that Mobile Hunter show is really good. It has a lot of the stuff you guys would be interested in. Some of the gear there is all mobile hunting related, and there's a lot less fluff there as there was in some of them other big shows. Am I done bow hunting this year? Nope. I mean, I'm guessing, or do you mean for the 2023 season? For deer, yeah, I may go hog hunting somewhere, but I don't think I'll be bow hunting anymore. Just if I go to that deer reduction zone to kill a doe, I'll just take a gun so I can kill a doe. You know, if I see it, I can kill it. And in the deer reduction zone, you can't shoot a buck anyway, so it's not. I don't. You know, it is what it is. You got to kill a doe before you can shoot another buck. CK, you'll like the stealth strips. I think you'll be really impressed with them. Let's see here. What kind of turkey calls do I use? I don't even. Ouch! She bit me. I like so there's one made by. Oh my gosh, it's the same company that the Hunting Public uses. Let me look it up for you real quick because I love this call. Glass call. It's like a cherry. What do they call it? I can't remember now. I'm gonna look it up. Woodhaven Custom calls. It's called their Cherry Classic. It's my favorite turkey call. And then I like a ghost cut with my. Look at that. Can you guys see that? That's the kind of crap we're working on right now. Get her to quit biting and chewing and scratching and everything puppies do. But that's what I like to use. I really like that glass call. I feel like I can make a really good turkey sound with it. And then I like a ghost cut on my mouth calls. But dude, I'm the wrong person to ask. This is the very little I've gotten good at turkey calling. I'm not very good at it. I'm just decent enough at it. So that's what I've had luck with so far. But I've had the most luck with that little glass call. I really like it. But ask someone else. I wouldn't buy something off my recommendation. Turkey hunting. How much small game do you get into over the winter? Tried the longbow this year for rabbits. The first time with predictable results. Yeah. I've killed some rabbits with a longbow. I killed some rabbits back in the like when I was little with my recurve bow, but I have been squirrel hunting more this year than I have in years because Huck was wanting to go a little bit there. He liked to go, and so I took him out a few times, but we're going to go some more here until the end of the month, as long as the weather gets out. I'm not going to take him out right now when it's the high of 10 degrees. He'll just get miserable. So that's it. Yeah, Woodhaven. Everybody found it before I did on the comment section. Yes, the small game thing. That's something that I used to love. I used to do all kinds of small game hunting, and I've quit doing it. And I think having Huck around, we'll probably get back into that a little bit more. He seemed to enjoy it mostly because he can just kind of run around the woods, and he comes up with some ideas that are pretty funny. Like when we're out hunting, he'll get some ideas on how to kill squirrels. And last time we were out, he was just like, he would have hands of old acorns. Like we found we're in some acorns, and he just was like picking up these acorns, and he's like, if we see one, Dad, you can throw this at it and it'll come to it. I'm like, all right, buddy, we'll try that. Oh, it's pretty comical. I wish I could just mic him up so you could hear the things he says or comes up with. Lost in the Woods. Do you have a video out on getting into trad bow? I've always used a compound, but shooting a trad bow sounds like a ton of fun. I will do that. I'm going to write that down and I'll make a video about it. That's a good idea. Because I do not have a video about that. Maybe I'll do that with this new one I got. Just kind of go over the whole process. If you don't want to wait on me, if you go to the Push Archery on YouTube, they have a really good video. I can't remember what it's called, but it's probably their most popular video about how to get into trad bow hunting. So if you really want to get into it, I would go over there and check out their YouTube channel. It's just called the Push Archery. You can't miss it on YouTube. Let's see here. Yeah, the battery bike. Yeah, I'll do more scouting with it this year. So I just haven't used it. I haven't had a reason to use it, Jimmy. So I hate to, I want to use it a little bit I'll include it in the videos more and more because I will use it a bunch this spring, scouting and whatnot, at least on the ground I can use it on. There's some places that I think I'm going to use it, even on public, where like I can drive down the road a little bit and I can drop it off and kind of scout through a spot and then drive it back. Just have to lock it up so nobody steals it. That's the one thing I get worried about with that thing is someone taking it. Veterans Outdoors. I killed a rabbit with a recurve. Still my most memorable recurve kill. Yeah, that's funny, man. Dude, it's hard to kill stuff with traditional bows. I had took Huck one time a couple years ago out rabbit hunting with a longbow, and I ended up getting one with him, and he thought that was pretty cool. But that's my only real rabbits. I've never tried squirrel hunting or anything with a trad bow. Let's see here. I think I got to all the questions. Yeah, Joel again. Thanks, man. Joel Nelson for joining the membership. If you guys want to join the membership, There's linked in the below. We do some extra lives for the members and whatnot. It's pretty fun over there. Sometimes we don't always talk about deer hunting, but we get into some funny stuff. What broadheads do you use for small game? I use a judo tip made by, I think it's made by VPA, but I just get them from Three Rivers Archery. And I don't know if you guys don't know what a judo tip is. It's essentially it's a head that has like fingers on it essentially. So whenever you shoot it, it doesn't go into the ground. It just kind of punches, and it's good enough for small game, but it also keeps you from losing arrows. Is Huck old enough to shoot his own squirrel? No, he's only 4. We shoot a 22 quite a bit, but he's not good enough yet for a squirrel hunt. He still gets a little excited and doesn't keep his head down and all that kind of stuff, but he likes clinking around with the 22. He's also got he has some eye problems, so it's hard for him right now because I think he's left eye dominant, but he's right-handed, so he does this thing where he like tries to get his head all the way over the gun. So he also has some other eye issues that we're trying to fix. So he's trying, but he doesn't quite got it figured out yet, but he likes to shoot. So that's one thing he got for Christmas this year was a brick of 22 shells. He wants to go shoot them up. It just hasn't been good weather since then. Lost in the Woods. I'll make a comment about your comment here. So you can spend like more money on a trad bow than you can a compound, but there's also some really good affordable options for trad bows, and they're not cool. Like they're not going to be homemade, and they're not going to look the best, but a lot of people use the Samick Sage. I think you can get into that for like $150. That's a really good bow. And then there's one called the Black Hunter. I've shot a Samick Sage. I can tell you that does shoot good. I don't know about the Black Hunter. A lot of guys use that Black Hunter though. So I would probably get one of those too. I probably would not, unless you just have the money to blow. I probably would not go and spend, $1,200 on a custom recurve longbow off the bat there. Something else you can do if you want to have a nice bow, which I like the wood homemade bows. You can get on like a lot of the forums on the Facebook page. You got like trad bow classified, those classified ad things on Facebook. You can get on there and buy a used one off someone for less than $500, and it'll be a good bow. So that's what I would recommend for not breaking the bank, because you can spend a lot of money on trad bow. Yeah, Tony, I bet I get what you mean, but he's 4, so he doesn't understand quite yet. All right, guys, I've been on here for about 30 minutes, and then I can see Hayes kind of twisting and turning in his bed. So thanks for getting on, everybody. I'll try to do maybe one of these a week, just middle of the day, get on here and answer questions. It's not really a podcast, just a way to say hi to everybody. And thanks again. Make sure before you leave to hit the subscribe button. Can you believe, like, my analytics, like most people that watch my stuff aren't subscribed, which is crazy. I don't know. I just, it's hard to believe that, but it's a fact. Okay. Lost in the Woods. I'll answer one more here before I have to go get Hayes. He's not crying or anything. He's just playing in his bed. How does poundage in trad bows compare to compounds? Do not get a trad bow that is the same as your compound. I wouldn't even relate them. Like I wouldn't even think about like, how much you can pull with a compound. I would probably start with like a 40 to 45 pound bow, and get used to that. And don't be afraid to hunt with that either. You'll be fine. But don't try to be manly and shoot a 60 or 65 pound recurve bow starting off. All you do is create bad habits, and you won't be accurate more than likely with it, and it'll be frustrating. So get something light. As long as it's above 40 pounds, you can hunt with it. In my opinion, you can hunt with lighter than that too, but I would get probably a 45 pound bow and learn how to shoot that. And then if you get good with it and feel comfortable with more poundage, go ahead and you can bump up to 50 or 55. I shoot 50 pounds. That's the deer I shot. I shot a really nice buck 2 years ago with a long bow, and that bow is 47 pounds. You don't need very much. So um, there you go. All right, I'm getting off here. I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for getting on, and we'll see you later. Bye.